Ladies and gentlemen, Bungle, hope you're doing well and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going over Enlisted, the War II free-to-play first-person shooter, and you clicked this video because you were wondering, Bungle, can you talk to me about the Invasion of Normandy, the M50 Reising Squad? And this squad is going to cost you roughly 4,800 enlisted coins, enlisted gold. So the best practices of doing this, because you can't just pick this bundle up in the Enlisted store, is purchasing $50 United States dollars bundle, gold bundle that the Enlisted has on their store, or the related currency from your country. That's your best practices in doing it. If you try to game it and try to get it roughly around 4,800 enlisted gold, you're going to actually lose value. So it's kind of the best practice here is just get the $50 United States dollar relative currency bundle. Now what I do with all my reviews here on my channel is that I give you an overview, kind of tell you, hey, what is this squad? What is this premium squad? I also talk about the performance. How does this perform? Is it good? Is it bad? And lastly, is it worth it? Does Bungle recommend picking up this squad? And I've done many other premium reviews here on my channel, so make sure you click on that Enlisted premium review playlist and see what other vehicles, squads, or whatever you may be interested in purchasing down the road. So starting off with the overview. All right, so this is an assault squad. You get 4 members. And kind of how it works with, enlisted squads, premium squads, especially trooper classes and stuff. So this is an assault squad. It's going to have default perks and a default loadout, all right? So default perks, default loadout, good to go out of the box. Now, one of my viewers did comment, and it is true, and I do mess around with this, is that you can kind of change the loadout a little bit when it comes to the backpack capabilities. So you can have a large ammo pouch, or you can have a large backpack. And the trade-off here is a large backpack will give you more survivability, whereas large ammo pack will kind of make up for the deficiencies of the squad, which is pretty much if you run out of ammo, you're SOL unless you have a engineer that's on your team that went and built an ammo resupply point. So that's kind of, a trade-off for you. My personal preference, I like to balance half my squad, have the survivability, while the other half has more ammo, because let's be honest, enlisted bots aren't that good, and most oftentimes they will run out in the open and get killed anyway. So it's kind of that trade-off. You got to make that decision yourself, but my recommendation is just do 50-50, so at least you kind of have that assurance that, hey, at least I'm covered all my bases here. Now, talking about the performance. All right, so the M50 Reising is actually pretty good in my opinion. Now, in my opinion, from playing this and everything, I feel like this is kind of like the premium upgrade over the M3 field modification squad that was like $15 or whatever to pick up. This is more the premium version, and what I mean by that is that this weapon does everything that the M3 grease gun can do, but better with a faster fire rate, really stable weapon platform, and it's actually pretty good even in kind of longer range engagements. Now, of course, this is a submachine gun, so I'm not going to try to snipe someone with it. But when I'm, assaulting an objective and you have to play aggressively with this class, it performs very, very, very well. Now, a big limiting factor, in my opinion, to this squad is you have 4 members, and I don't know if the bots are getting worse now, but they have a tendency to just run out in the open and get killed. So if you're trying to assault an objective, especially trying to run through your own path, and you figure the bots will follow you, no, they will go and run off and get killed. So it's just kind of frustrating dealing with that aspect that you have 3 other members that are pretty much useless unless you take over that character and use it. So, but the M50 Reising, in my opinion, is a very strong weapon, and I think they did this intentionally to kind of persuade players that, hey, if you want to upgrade from the M3 grease gun, try to pick up this squad. Now, is that right? Is it not right? I'm not the Enlisted developers or guides, so I don't set the price, but in my opinion, it just seems like this is what they were trying to do. The M3 field modification, did a review on that, is a good squad as well, but this weapon definitely performs way better. You can see with the price performance too, for $50, of course, it's going to have to perform well. If not, no one's going to buy it. Now, moving down below here, is it worth it? Is it worth picking up? In my opinion, I'm going to say wait for a sale. Kind of the reasons why I would not recommend a premium. One is price to performance ratio. And honestly, for this price, I would recommend just waiting till a Thanksgiving Day sale, Christmas sale or something, because this will go on sale down the road. There's no way this won't, because we've seen this with the D-Day, that there were a lot of premium squads that were on sale. My personal preference with this is that The M3 field modification does everything the squad can do. Of course, there's some hindrances with, the M3 grease gun isn't really that as strong as the M50 Reising Rising. But if you really like the gunplay, really like how it plays and everything like that, and you're like, wow, this is actually pretty cool, I wouldn't mind taking it out, then consider picking it up. My only cons with this is just 4 members, which 3 of them are going to be useless because they're bots, and a bigger price tag where I feel the M3 grease gun is a cheaper alternative. So if you're on a budget, I would recommend checking out my M3 grease gun premium squad review. I feel that squad was pretty strong, but in here, honestly, this is not a bad option as well. So if you reach this point in the video, new viewer, possibly new subscriber, well, I hope today is the day that I earn your subscription. Having you subscribe and comment down below does help me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's be honest, no one's watching at this point in the video anyway, so hashtag Bungle Smelly Socks. But if you are, returning viewer, returning sub, make sure you mash that like button as well. I really do appreciate your comments and your feedback and suggestions for future videos. Please continue commenting down below. It helps me generate content as a content creator. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.